Yo, welcome back to another Great League video. This is in the Open Great League, and we're just trying out this Shadow Sandslash Azumarill and Sableye team. We got the Azumarill versus the Shadow Sandslash. We're going to throw right before they get a potential move. We'll go for the draw run, nice neutral damage. We're going to shield here because potential KO with the Hydro Pump, but they go for the Play Rough, so maybe they only have Ice Beam, Play Rough. We do not know quite yet. So we're gonna throw this draw run right before they get to their move. But this time they did not farm up to the Hydro Pump, and we know that they only have Play Rough now. We do throw this Ice Punch right here. They're really close to farming us down right there, so we want to at least win the lead in that situation. We're gonna go into our Azumarill versus this Bastiodon. This Bastiodon is gonna be able to throw some neutral Stone Edge. So let's see what they end up doing. We're going to throw this Hydro Pump right here for a potential huge damage. They decided to let it go. And then they have the Medicham in the back here. So nice to see Medicham right here because the Sableye has a great opportunity. Okay, they have the Power Up Punch, which is really good for our Sableye. We're going to be able to do a lot of fast move pressure, as you can see here, already into the yellow. They're going to throw another move here. Ends up being another Power Up Punch. They probably have the Power Up Punch and Psychic version, as they are just constantly spamming these Power Up Punches at this point. We're going to go for the Foul Play right here. Let's see if they end up shielding. They do shield, but now we're going to be able to farm down after this shield right here. Okay, they go for another Power Up Punch right there, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be able to have another Hydro Pump to take out this Bastion. We're not going to allow them to do any more neutral damage, and we're going to be able to farm down that Medicham in the back right there. So GG's to our opponent, and on to the next game here. Pretty good situation with the Sableye in the back for us, especially since we avoided the Bastiodon versus our Sableye, and that was the key, just maintaining that alignment in that situation. All right, Talonflame, terrible situation for our Sandslash here. We're going to switch out into the Azumarill, and we get met with the absolute another hard counter because we do not have the Ice Beam version. So we're only going to be able to get to this Play Rough right here. They're going to be able to farm a ton of energy, so this is not really good for us right here. Great job on throwing right before we get to a move by my opponent. Ends up being the Arrow Ace. Okay, so we're going to farm up a little bit, allow them to throw this Frenzy Plant most likely. This Frenzy Plant does, I don't know, 35, 40%. We're going to throw this Ice Punch right here to potentially take out the Superior. Perfect. And then our opponent is going to come back in with their Talonflame. We're going to throw this Ice Punch to get it low, and hopefully we can farm down with the Sableye. That's the only hope here. We're going to shield. Ends up being the Fly, so nice shield by us. And our opponent here has the Swampert in the back. So Swampert versus the Sableye, down a shield is not good. We're going to hope that we can get to 3 foul plays, I guess. One foul player does get shielded. We're going to go for another foul play right here. Most likely going to get that last shield and trying to get to another move. No, we do not get to that last foul play, and we are going to lose this game. So GG's to our opponent. Just no way to wiggle out of that situation. That Talonflame had a strong hold on our Sandslash. All right, next, let's see what we find. We got the Tropius. Tropius, great lead here. They switch into the Porygon 2. Okay, weird situation for us. We know Porygon 2 has Zap Cannon and Tri Attack. We go for the chip damage right there. And then we switch on to the Azumarill because we do not want to see this Azumarill against the Tropius. Okay, so we're gonna allow this to go through. We know this is Tri Attack. We already debuffed the Azumarill, did get them to use some energy, and we're gonna come back in with the Sandslash. We think that we can get a little bit of energy advantage versus whatever they have in the back. So this Tri Attack is just going crazy on us. Oh, going for another Tri Attack right here. Already debuffing our attacks, debuffing us again. So this Porygon has put in absolute work against us right here. We're not going to be able to pressure this Tropius to get a shield because we're already double debuff, unfortunately. It is running the Razor Leaf version, so this Sableye is in a worse situation now. Okay, so looks like our opponent here was able to... Oh gosh, now we have the tanky Lantern in the back. This is really bad because they have 2 shields. We all know Lantern is really tanky, and our Sandslash is already really low. So GG's to our opponent. Nice play on their Porygon 2, getting all those debuffs. I think they got every single debuff that they threw, right? Zap Cannon went through, debuff. Okay, I guess the first Tri-Tag didn't debuff, but it was enough to take out the Azumarill. And then everything after that, they got tremendous value out of that Porygon 2. Okay, so our opponent here does switch out of their Cresselia matchup into the Lantern. We have a ton of energy right here. We're going to throw this Draw Run to get some huge damage or a shield. We do get the shield. We're going to be able to get to another Draw Run here. They decide to let it go. And now we have a decision, man. Do we shield here to potentially get to this Ice Punch and take it out? Or are we going to allow it to take us out? So we're going to go for this Ice Punch to force another shield. And at this point, we're just going to double shield. And this is a farm down opportunity, hopefully. All right, good farm down right here. And now we know that, okay, they're going to come back in with their Cresselia with the move. Ends up being the Grass Knot, does take us out. But we do have the Sableye for this Cresselia. And they have the Mandibuzz in the back. We have the Azumarill. So this is GG's. Unfortunately for them, they're only able to throw these Aero Aces. We're going to throw this Play Rough. This Play Rough does do super effective damage. How much damage does this do? Okay, roughly like 40% right there. Getting it into the yellow. So we're going to have to overfarm a little bit because we know the next Play Rough is going to KO. But plus, there's no rush for us to take it out immediately as we know that these Aero Aces are not doing that much damage. So we're going to go for this Play Rough. After a couple more fast moves, we do take it out. We're going to switch out into the Sableye. We're going to do some super effective foul plays here. They're going to potentially get to a Move Blast, and that's fine, but they decided to let it go. So GG's to our opponent right there. Let's see if we can end up on a good note here. This team paired with the Sableye, pretty decent. I would say the Sandslash lead definitely doesn't want to see fire types, of course, but if we can get some neutral leads, this team is usually pretty solid. Here we have the Lickitung. This Lickitung is gonna potentially one shield and potentially win. As you can see, the licks in the fast moves are adding up. We're gonna go for this Draw Run right here. This Draw Run gets it into the red. We're going to go for another Ice Punch right here. They could shield. They decide to let it go. So, interesting. And then they have the Medicham in the back. So, Medicham in the back versus the Sandslash obviously is terrible. So, we switch out immediately. Sableye goes in and throws a return. Huge return that doesn't get shielded. So, now we have... we can let this go because the Sandslash would be able to KO that Lantern at that range. We're going to get this as foul play here. We do get the shield. Our opponent here is trying to farm us down. They do get the farm down. And this is pretty simple now because we just go with the Sandslash. They're going to throw some energy. And we're going to let it go. We can come back in with our Azumarill. And now we have the Azumarill versus the Medicham on a one shield situation. And this is all but over because even if they have Psychic, they have to get to 2 Psychics, potentially 3 Psychics, and debuffs. So one Play Rough does go through, does huge damage, and they know their fate. So GG's to our opponent right there. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.